Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Joni. Appreciate you stopping by. Today I thought we would talk about cleaning your makeup brushes. That dirty old task. I know for myself, I try to do it at least once a month, when in reality it really probably should be once a week, once every 2 weeks. For some reason, I just don't enjoy the task. However, when I'm finished with it, definitely love the outcome and say, why didn't I do this more often? Maybe you have the same struggle, maybe not, but it certainly is important to clean your brushes. It's, full of makeup, and the longer it stays, bacteria builds up. Clearly it's not good for your skin, your eyes. So we really should get in the habit and practice of cleaning our brushes. Clearly there are many different ways in which you can clean your brushes, one being a dish detergent such as Dawn and or a shampoo. You can certainly go more towards, a lot of cosmetic companies put out their own products to clean brushes, whether it's a balm, whether it's a spray. Today I thought I would use 3 different methods just to give you an idea. I'm not sure in this particular order, but I'll use the dish soap. I will use It Cosmetics, has just like an instant brush cleaner where you can just spray it on, wipe it on a tissue or paper towel, and you can go ahead, it dries very quickly, you can go ahead and use it right away. And the last one is almost like a balm, comes in a tub and you just wet it and swirl around in this balm and rinse it out with lukewarm water, and there you have it. So when you first start off cleaning your brushes, you should think about the actual bristles only getting wet. You don't want your entire brush to get wet where you are affecting the ferrule, which is where the brush is actually going into the handle, because there's glue attached to that. That's what's holding the bristles in. And the more that gets wet, the more the glue is going to become disintegrated and your bristles will just start falling out. So you really want to be careful and try your hardest just to do the brush head and the bristles, and then rinsing them completely, laying them flat, and the next step is to allowing them to dry for at least 12 hours, if not 24 hours, if you can manage it. Some of them won't take that long depending on how big, but the more fluffier brushes are certainly going to take at least that long. You want to make sure that they're completely dry. For me, I store my brushes with the brush head standing up and the handle in my brush holder. So you don't want your brushes to still be wet and they fall, some residual water is falling into the actual ferrule, affecting the adhesive. So I'm going to cut here and get started on cleaning my brushes, and I'll talk about the different ways in which I generally will use it. I'll show you the 3 steps in what I have on hand, and we'll go from there. All right, everybody, I'm back here in a different location. I decided to film in my regular location, not in the bathroom, for the actual cleaning of the brushes. The setup just wasn't working for me. So here I have my brushes. I have some water here, and that blue water is with dish detergent, and the clear water is what I'll use to rinse off. Lukewarm water. I also have the It Cosmetics brush bath, and again with the solid brush cleaner. So I guess we can start off with dish detergent. I'm just gonna dip it in here and try not to get it beyond the ferrule like I talked about. Let me raise that a little bit, hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm just going to take a paper towel and just wipe it. A little hard to do it this way, but just gonna wipe it until I can get as much color off. I'll dip it again. Still more product on there, so I'll continue to. And again, you don't want to be so harsh and really rough with the brushes. You just want to go back and forth in a nice even strokes until you get it where there's no other product coming off. And so then I'm going to take it, I'm just going to fluff it back up into its natural shape, and then I'm going to lay it on my towel, and then I'll go ahead and do the same again. I'll dip it into the same dish soap, lukewarm water, being careful not to go beyond just the brush tip, and I'll just wipe it along. This one's not too bad, but dip it in the clear water and just to rinse it. Fluff it back out to its original shape and lay it again on my dry towel. Then what I'll do is I will take another brush and I'm going to dip it in the clear water, and I'll swirl it around in the actual solid bone here, and I'll swirl it around. You can see the color down there like that, and I'll go ahead and I'll wipe it and continue that step until I get a nice clean swipe on the paper towel. And again, there's nothing really scientific about this. It's just a process. Just take your time with it. Like I said, don't go in and be so harsh and rough with the brush strokes as you're trying to clean them. And normally I would have this laying down on my counter. I just wanted to give you guys a show of what I do. I'll dip it one more time in the water, the clear water, and just hopefully remove any leftover product. And it looks like it's coming clean. And then I'm just going to reshape it and lay it flat on my dry towel. I'll do the same with this other brush. I'll dip it into the clear water, which is now getting a little murky, and I'll swirl it around in the balm. I'll go in and wipe it off, and then I'm going to go into the clear water again. Even though it's a little bit murky, I just need some moisture just to kind of the remaining product out of there. I'll fluff it back out to its original shape, and I'll lay it flat. Then I'll change it up a little bit. I'll take the Brush Bath by It Cosmetic, and I'm just going to spray it. I do it directly onto the brush. Sometimes I'll spray onto the paper towel, and that sometimes gives me a better application. And I'm gonna just take a new one so you can see the product just coming right off. And like I said, with this brush bath, it's quick drying, so you can use it right away. You don't have to let it sit overnight. This is what they use, I think, in Ulta, or at least at the counters when you're able to have makeup applications in store. I think they use this because, like I said, it's a quick cleaning and quick drying, so they use that to clean the brushes in between applications. That looks good. I'm going to lay that after I fluff it out, bring it back to its original shape. I'm going to take my foundation brush. Maybe I'll go back into the Dawn. And I didn't submerge the ferrule into the water at all. The spray, sometimes I know it'll hit here. It's just really on the outside. So I will continue with this. And that's it. I'll go back in, I'll rinse it in the clear water, dab it, get as much excess water out. You know, you can squeeze it, and you can see, especially if I was in my bathroom and I'm running it underwater, as I'm pushing the product out gently on the brushes, you can see if all product is out. But for the moment, this is what we're working with. So now I'm just going to take it, lay it flat on my towel, and I'll just continue. So really no method is hard. I think it's just a matter of sitting down and taking the time to actually do it. Get in there and get all the bacteria out. Like I said, this has been embarrassingly like at least a month, if not longer, since I've done this. So I just want to get the job done. I thought I would show you my techniques, what I use. Sometimes I'll use this if I need the same brush, I'll just use it really quickly, or if I feel like there's a lot of product in there, I'll definitely use that and just as a quick clean. But when I really want to get in and really make sure that the brushes are clean, I'll use either something like this or the dish soap. I do have this, and I didn't do it here because I'm just sitting at a table right now, so I wanted to be able to put the dish soap in a bowl. This way it's a little bit more easier to control. So I'll dip that back in there, but you can even just swipe it on here and you can see the product. Take another tissue, reshape, and lay it flat. Okay everyone, so I'm back. You can see I have all my brushes laid out. I'm gonna leave them overnight to dry, and tomorrow I will be very satisfied with my task that I dreaded. Okay, so last clip I showed you were my brushes on the counter drying. I know tomorrow I'll be very satisfied that they are nice and clean and ready for another week's worth of work. So if we just recap, there are tons and tons of different ways and different products to use to clean your brushes. The one that I, honestly, if I just need that quick cleanse on a brush, I do use the Cosmetics. It's a quick dry, so it's ready for immediate use. I like that. I do like the Real Techniques. I'm assuming they still sell it. It's more like that pod, and then you just pour their solution into it and swirl it around. But I'll not repurchase the Real Techniques. I'll just use the dishwashing soap. The palm that I showed you, that Japanese, I've never really used the palm. I've had it, and I thought I would just show you a different way. The other piece of equipment or another technique, I know that there's a lot of products out there that, or companies that make actual makeup machines, so it's a little bit more, you know, mechanical. I think you could put them all in and it washes and cleans them all in the same pot, if you would. I've not used that. I know a few people have and they really like that as well. But for me, it's easy enough to just use some of these products I talked about, and, you know, keeping my brushes healthy. I've had them for a long time, so as far as I'm concerned, I'll just continue to use the steps that I've laid out. And so there you have it. That's my little PSA on clean your brushes, and this is how I do it. So thank you for stopping by. See you in my next video. Bye.